concerned at noon, where Arvind Kejriwal is expected to visit the mandir there. But questioning the very timing and what has happened with Arvind Kejriwal and his party leaders are the other opposition party leaders, some of them who have in a way welcomed the court decision. Now, M.K. Stalin, because his state of Tamil Nadu soon will be also facing elections, he is now fined and seized his opportunity to target the BJP, asking whether the party could return the jail days of Kejriwal that he spent behind bars as a sitting chief minister. He's also questioned if the Delhi elections could be held once again, intensifying the political war of words over the arrest. Let's connect with Dharni on this. Dharni, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister believes that something of a similar conspiracy is now playing out in Tamil Nadu ahead of the elections as well, because he's now targeting the BJP over the arrest that was made.
Well, yesterday, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has put out a tweet in which he says that now a court has in fact told Mr. Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia they are not guilty. Will the BJP be able to give back their jail days, give back the time that they spent in jail, is what Mr. M.K. Stalin is asking. And he's also going on to ask whether will it be possible for the BJP to conduct a re-election in Delhi. Can the election be held again? Can the damage that was done to Mr. Kejriwal's image, can that be undone, is what Chief Minister M.K. Stalin is asking. And he's also going on to allege that the BJP is trying to apply the same formula to Tamil Nadu. They're trying to intimidate the DMK and its netas using central investigative agencies. But the DMK is a political party that will not succumb to these kinds of intimidation. The DMK will never bow down to the pressure that is being exerted on them by the investigative agencies, which he calls as the BJP's tools. So this is what Mr. M.K. Stalin has to say. So he's clearly taking this opportunity to hit out at the BJP and to say that I know it is a pattern that the BJP is in fact going after the opposition parties in all the poll-bound states. And when they went after Kejriwal, they imprisoned him. And now that a court has told that he is not guilty, will the BJP be able to respond to this court's verdict? Will the BJP be able to give the time back that Kejriwal spent in jail, is what he's asking.
All right, Dharni, thank you very much. Asking for a re-election as far as Delhi is now concerned and saying that something similar is now being applied ahead of the elections in Tamil Nadu. But there seems to be, as far as the attacks on the Congress party is also concerned, that has also now escalated when it comes to the political war of words. What has now been said as far as the Congress party's attack is concerned, they've gone further. Arvind Kejriwal, as he burst into tears in that emotional outburst that you saw yesterday, the Congress party is now seeing that this is an opportunity to valorize Rahul Gandhi as well, because questions now Arvind Kejriwal seems to be raising on the Congress party leadership, standing and citing their hypocrisy and double standards, especially when it comes to the cases of corruption. Well, this seems to be a retort that is now coming in from the Congress's side, rather, because this is getting interesting here, because the Congress has went on to attack further in Arvind Kejriwal's emotional outburst, that they are now looking at this opportunity, especially to put out their own leader, Rahul Gandhi, in a way suggesting that several cases that they deem to be as fake and manipulated have been leveled against their leaders. Now, this is getting interesting in the way. Why? Because here is Arvind Kejriwal's retort to the Congress's jibe, because the Congress party, meanwhile, has been saying that the discharge that came in from the courts to Arvind Kejriwal and company seems to be scripted by the BJP.
मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, केजरीवाल जेल गया, रॉबर्ट वाड्रा जेल गया, संजय सिंह जेल गया, क्या राहुल गांधी जेल गया? मनीष सिसोदिया जेल गया, सोनिया गांधी जी जेल गई? किस मुंह से बात करते हैं? शर्म नहीं आती कांग्रेसियों?
But the Congress has gone ahead to further mock Arvind Kejriwal over his remarks on legal cases on Congress leaders, saying that there are a dozen cases against Rahul Gandhi in questioning Kejriwal's outrage over one investigation, where the Congress also called Kejriwal as a liar and hurled a sharp political jibe, escalating the war of words. Here is Udit Raj of the Congress party responding to Arvind Kejriwal.
राहुल गांधी जी के ऊपर तो 32 केस नहीं रोए, तुम एक केस में रो गए। एक बात। दूसरी बात है, तुमने यही कहा था कि हम बंगलो नहीं लेंगे, शेष माल बना हुआ है अभी भी। तुमने कहा था सिक्योरिटी नहीं लेंगे, कितनी बड़ी सिक्योरिटी लेके चल रहे हो? तुमने बच्चों की कसम खाई थी कांग्रेस से सपोर्ट नहीं लेंगे, अपने के बच्चों की कसम खाई ये महा झूठ बोलना व्यक्ति, महाकुटिल और दलित विरोधी, सबसे ज्यादा दलित विरोधी।
Well, Kritika, this is interesting. The reactions that have been coming in, you know, this popular song where Rishto ke bhi roop badalte, that seems to have been applicable here in Rajniti as well. It is the same Congress which actually aligned with the Aam Aadmi Party ahead of the Delhi elections that happened during 2024 general elections, and now it seems to be finding faults with Arvind Kejriwal's one case.
Well, yes, that is in fact the stand that Congress party has now taken. It all started with Pawan Khera also coming out in the front of it and saying that the timing of this discharge of the trial court in Delhi appears to be quite convenient for the Bharatiya Janata Party. On the one hand, there is the sanction to the Enforcement Directorate to prosecute P. Chidambaram ahead of the Tamil Nadu elections, while Arvind Kejriwal and other accused from the Aam Aadmi Party are being discharged by the trial court. This is something that Pawan Khera has pointed out as election engineering on part of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He's also gone on to state that central agencies are working at the behest of the BJP. Delhi Congress chief Devendra Yadav also echoed similar sentiments, and now Udit Raj of the Congress party is also stating that there are multiple cases against Rahul Gandhi, and he appears to be unperturbed by them, but it is Arvind Kejriwal who's breaking down over just his single case. Now, Arvind Kejriwal yesterday in his press conference also addressed these allegations. He said that while there are charges, has ever Rahul Gandhi gone to jail, Robert Vadra been jailed, or Sonia Gandhi, in fact, even been jailed against the Congress, against the corruption charges, that have been leveled against.
Be doing it there as well, saying that if BJP manages to get even 10 seats, if elections in the national capital are held again, then he's ready to quit politics forever. All right. These are the war of words that we are looking at as far as what the developments are coming in from the political parties. Kritika, thank you. But after this trial court that discharged Arvind Kejriwal, now Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah in this exclusive conversation with Times Now says that Kejriwal stands vindicated and he's congratulated him and Manish Sisodia. However, Omar Abdullah says that investigative agencies must introspect, asserting that Kejriwal had consistently maintained that he is innocent and a kattar imandar.
Congratulations to Arvind Kejriwal Sahab and Manish Sisodia Sahab. They always were steadfast in claiming that they were innocent and that this was a political case. The voters of Delhi, to a very large extent, punished Aam Aadmi Party because of the perception that was created around Mr. Kejriwal and Mr. Sisodia. The fact that the courts have exonerated them would tell you that I think it's very important, and I think this is something that the media needs to take on board. There has to be a presumption of innocence.
Well, he spoke the same as far as while he had this conversation with Imran exclusively with Times Now, and as far as congratulating Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia, he seems to be raising a question on the timing as well, when this discharge order has come.
Joining with us is the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, sir. The acquittal of Arvind Kejriwal, how do you see this, sir, especially the role of investigation agencies?
Look, Arvind Kejriwal always said that he was innocent and this was a political case. First of all, my congratulations to him, to Manish Sisodia Sahab, for fighting this case and for proving that they were innocent all along. But I think this raises some very fundamental questions. Of course, the one you're all asking is about the role of the investigative agencies. The one you're not asking is the one about the role about the media. What happens to the presumption of innocence? How many television channels, how many newspapers, how many commentators on social media were happy to presume guilt? I can't recall a single television channel that actually said that he's innocent until proven guilty. So while there should be some soul searching at various levels, I think it's also important that in newsrooms across the country, we go back to what is the right way, which is that you're presumed innocent until you're proven guilty.
So the Congress says that the judgment is some influence so that AAP can be pitched against Congress in Delhi.
I think a lot of us would disagree with that. The Congress has its point of view and they're welcome to it.
So this discharge order halts the criminal trial at the lower court stage. There is no denying the fact that politically Aam Aadmi Party has been handed a major fillip, and this is the political oxygen actually for the party. But at the same time, the BJP points out that this is a discharge does not mean an amount of acquittal. The legal battle seems to be far from over, as the CBI already has approached the Delhi High Court to oppose the verdict of the trial court. Now, the BJP is pointing out in how in the past the Delhi High Court and the Supreme Court have made strong and damning observations in the case-related proceedings, and therefore questioning if this is actually a relief to the Aam Aadmi Party. They also ask that when the Aam Sarkar rolled out with the excise policy, then why was it scrapped when the irregularities were pointed out? And if everything was above board, why multiple phones and SIM cards were destroyed? The BJP maintains that the evidence has been destroyed from day one.
दिल्ली शराब घोटाले में आज लोअर कोर्ट का जो फैसला है वो सीधा सीधा उन्होंने एक स्पष्ट संकेत दिया है कि सबूतों का अभाव है, और जांच एजेंसी भी ये बात लगातार कहती रही है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल और उनके साथियों ने सबूतों को तहस नहस किया है। बार बार वो सिम कार्ड जो डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए, वो टेलीफोन जो डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए, उनका कोई अता पता नहीं मिला जांच एजेंसी को, और उसी बात का उल्लेख उस निर्णय में भी है कि सबूतों का अभाव है। अभी आपने कहा कि सत्य की जीत होती है, हमें भी इस बात की उम्मीद है कि देर है लेकिन अंततः ये बात साबित होगी कि आप भ्रष्टाचारी हैं।
और यह भी बात विचारणीय है कि यदि सबूत बिल्कुल नहीं थे तो कोर्ट ने चार्जेस फ्रेम करने की परमिशन कैसे दी? इफ द एंटायर चार्जेस वर बेसलेस then the charges was framed. So इसमें there are certain technical issues.
अरे उसका कहने से क्या होगा, वो तो ऐसे हवा में कहते रहते हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी। हम लोग उसको कितने साल से हम लोग सुनते हैं, उसका कोई भरोसा नहीं है। ऐसे कहते हैं, अभी तो राजनीतिक दृष्टि से भी पूरा हास्य उसमें चले गए हैं, तो वो तो कहेंगे ना। तो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी को गाली देकर के वो अपने आप को न्यूज़ में रहना चाहते हैं, मना तो नहीं कर सकते। लोकतंत्र है, बोलने का आज़ादी है, मैं उनकी आज़ादी को छीन नहीं सकता हूँ।